Welcome to Chaos to Calm at Chrissy. I'm so excited to have you here. Hopefully, you can see all of that. Okay. As all of my workshops and masterclasses, this one says masterclass. Anyway, if you screenshot this masterclass workshop and tag Mel Marie Stapleton, I will personally send you a free gift for watching and for being a part of this world. Okay, so what you are going to learn today. Grab a cuppa. I've got my donut cup, notes in your phone or a notebook in a comfy space, and we'll go through what you're about to learn. So the first thing I want to really make an important point on is your nervous system, understanding what it is, how I can help you to understand it, your regulation around it, and how you can move from being overwhelmed to grounded and clear and having clarity on your needs. And then we're going to look at boundary setting, your confidence building, healthy boundaries. We're going to create your own plan for the remainder of the year, and then where to seek support and how. And I'm going to say thank you for coming. Let's get into it. So I'm so happy you're here. At the back end of this workshop, we will be talking about something really cool I have to offer. So I'd love if you could stay until the end. Again, please make sure you tag Mel Marie Stapleton on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook so I can send you a special gift. Today, you will learn nervous system understanding and regulation, moving from the overwhelm to grounded and clear and having clarity on your needs, boundary setting, confidence building, and creating your own plan for the remainder of the year. So if you have the Calm Mum Blueprint, that's what the plan for the remainder of the year and into 2026 is going to be. Okay, so let's just make sure that the right people are here, which I'm sure your intuition and your knowing has led you here. So I'm sure you are the right people. So you're a mom, you're struggling with mental and emotional load. I like to talk about this like a computer with all the tabs open. You can hear the music, but you're like, where is it coming from? Sometimes we feel that in our brain. And this is also fueled by exhaustion and sleep deprivation. And then we're going to talk about lack of time, lack of self-care, family dynamics and conflict, loneliness and isolation. So we're going to create a grounded world for you and your children, learn boundary setting with confidence, create a personal blueprint for yourself for today for free. So if you have the Calm Mum Blueprint, I highly recommend having it open. And last but not least, you're welcome to book a free call and begin the program, The Healing Hearts Journey, which is my favorite way to work with mums. So nervous system understanding and regulation. I like to explain your nervous system as your muscles. So you've got like your skeletal body, and then you've got like your blood flow, and then holding all of that together and protecting it is your muscles. So if you have like if you go to the gym and lift weights and you have a sore muscle, you like rest it, right? When we have a lot of stress in our body, our nervous system contracts like we have sore muscles. And this is what people mean when they say that our body holds our emotions. It's contracted because we're holding so many emotions and we're dysregulated. So what we want to do is open it up so that when we get angry, frustrated, overwhelmed, we can go like this, but then we have the tools to open it back up. Does that make sense? Like we want it to be like closed when we're frustrated, overwhelmed, the same as I am with tech right now. But then we can open it up and feel joyful, feel regulated, to be present and proud of ourselves. Let me know if you have any questions about that. And that is going to support us to move from overwhelmed to grounded and clear on your needs. And then we're going to create confidence in setting boundaries and honoring them. For example, Christmas Day has often been really stressful for us in the past. In recent times, however, we've just said that we're going to stay at home, and this has been honored because we've said no to people who want us to go other places. If you have already downloaded the Calm Mum Blueprint, I really want you to take the time while you're listening to me now to fill that in. It is a lot of pages, but it is going to support you for the next 30 days to actually regulate your nervous system and to support yourself through your overwhelm and your frustration and your mum life in general. If you need support on this, please let me know. So if you're ready to feel grounded, clearer on your needs, confident setting boundaries, calm, prepared, and emotionally supported heading into Christmas, you're in the right place. I think before, because this is the second time I've tried to do this, tech's been fun, I said that I love how bougie it looks when it's snowing at Christmas. Like, can it just snow here, please? Okay, so I'm Mel, if you didn't already know. This is my family, Glenn, James, and Bella, and me. I've had a really, really big life and a rough childhood. I had a coach say to me that it's unheard of for one human to have had to overcome so many family things. I'm a weirdo who likes to reevaluate goals, values, and boundaries, sometimes daily, and I love to reflect, probably more than the average person. I'm a mindset coach, a trauma-informed coach, and a counselor. I love clearing my own chakra energy centers, and this is a big part of my coaching. People who know me personally call me a witch. For Halloween, one of the chefs at work actually gave me a broom to ride because I went as a witch. It's just my persona now. The goal for my day-to-day and for my work is to be joyful, present, and proud, and especially in supporting mums. I love these things. I love adventures, fun, present time, play like a child. No one has their mind in the gutter. We're not going there. So I'd love to know anything about you. This is me 5 years ago. I was deep in the coaching world, but I was very, very, very scared to be seen. I always used filters. I struggled to socialize. I thought there was something wrong with me because I wasn't like other people. I got stuck in a loop of relying on external things for my own validation. I had little to no fun. I struggled to be present. I struggled to seek support that was actually support. I was in the depths of my harsh world. I struggled with the decisions of parents, school, COVID, and everything in between. I was actually really indecisive, really, really struggled with decisions. I cut my hair off to remove the energy, and because I had a child say to me that only boys had short hair, so I had to go through having short hair, and that was absolutely terrible. I do not recommend it. But if you do cut your hair or if you have a medical thing that makes you cut your hair, I totally understand how you feel. After years of supporting me, my journey, and what I do, this actual career path is very unique and special that I can use to support others because I've been through it so deeply. I learned very, very quickly that I don't have to do what everybody else is doing, and I do not have to fit into everyone else's agenda. My healing is also the medicine for others. And today I'm regulated, grounded, and supported within my world, meaning I can be the mum I want to be. I actually had a lady come to my hospitality job just Tuesday and say to me, "You're Mel, you were in the echidna room." And I was training and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's me." And she was like, "You're different now." I'm like, "I'm grounded." So like people can notice in the real life that I am so different. So this is some testimonials of other people that have done the 12-week program. This one mum said that she had no village and she was struggling so much. I supported her to remove the guilt and move forward so much faster. This mum feels more happiness. It made her change her mindset and be more intentional about how she lives day to day with her family. She dances and she laughs now. The encouragement and reminder of her has been amazing, not only alone, but with my children. She now plays with them. Now imagine that feeling. What would that mean for you to experience the same thing? This is just some words that I thought I might have to double check that you understand. So as I said before, your nervous system regulation is your body's ability to manage stress. We all go into fight or flight when something traumatic happens, but you want to only go into fight or flight when necessary, not all of the time. You don't want to be living there. And that's when those muscles are so contracted, it's ridiculous. So the word overwhelm is your body's response to so many things in and much less self-care and self-love to support it. That's again, that feeling of all the tabs are open, the music is on, and I can't bloody find the tab where the music is coming from. So why does Christmas feel so overwhelming? Well, one, we try to cram in so many things in these couple of weeks at the beginning of December, just because of the few public holidays at the end of the year. And then we have the mental load that we usually have, plus all the pressure that's added, the emotional pressure, dysfunctional families, nervous system triggers that spike at this time of year. And let's get clear as to what is happening around this. Elise, do you have any specific questions that I could go through to explain why Christmas is so overwhelming?
Hello. Sorry, I do have family home and we're already on school holiday.
That's okay.
I in the past, and I know we spoke recently about this on some of our lives, but in the past, Christmas have overwhelmed me. And even my partner has agreed with me on this of the having to be everywhere for everyone all the time, which you have covered already, I think, or will, is like you don't have to, or you can stay in your environment, or you don't have to. You can spread out the visits or set boundaries around that. And also just having boundaries. Sorry, there's family home, but
Okay.
the boundaries around like how people speak to us and treat us and our children's maybe unique needs and individual needs at social things.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Elise. I really appreciate that input. I think that I say this often, and I didn't actually write it down, which is silly, but I think often like there's so much pressure for whatever reason that we all have to catch up at Christmas. And this is why the dysfunctional families thing becomes clear this month because, oh, we all have to see each other, even though we haven't seen each other since last Christmas or when there was a funeral or when there was a wedding or whatever. And I often say, let's have Christmas in February, let's have Christmas in April, let's have Christmas in October to actually take the pressure off December. And people think I'm crazy, but I think that if we actually intentionally have family get-togethers often, there would be far less pressure at Christmas. Would you agree with that, Elise?
Sorry, I keep muting you because it's the
That's
noise.
okay. I understand. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree, because even my partner has said Christmases are so much easier lately because we don't have to like be everywhere anymore.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's just he just now while he's doing things with the kids goes, it's so much better while we're talking.
That's cool.
Goes like we just go to one place, have the stress of all the things.
Yeah, I feel like once you do that, it's life changing, right?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah. So we want to be ground. Sorry.
He's agreeing with you and going, who am I even talking to?
Okay, I'll just keep going because we are on a time limit. But yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I can help Daniel as well as you, Elise. So we're moving from overwhelm and frustration and the hard to grounded and clear on your needs, which is why we're going to talk about the nervous system within those aspects. So your nervous system is, in short, your ability to manage and support yourself through and while being stressed. So if you look at it like a muscle where when you're stressed, it's fully in, like my fingernails are hurting my hand because I'm squeezing it so hard. And then if you look at it like regulated, like nothing is wrong, you're at the beach with like no wind, no waves, they stress me out to no end. You're at the beach and it's like really, really, really calm. I say the beach because it's really, really calm for me. No sand is on me, so there's no wind. There's lots of reasons that I don't go to the beach. There has to be lots of things happening that anyway, that's beside the point. I am regulated. I'm perfectly regulated. Whereas when there's same situation at the beach, windy, wavy, lots of people, lots of things. Oh my God, I'm already stressed. I don't know why the beach was, actually, I do know why the beach was in my head, and I'm sorry to anyone that triggered. So how you cope and what you do and why it's hard. So as you've seen then, I just talked myself out of being frustrated of the thought of that place, right? That is literally regulating myself. I'm verbally talking myself from being frustrated that I even brought that up to apologizing and moving forward. So how to recognize your personal signs of dysregulation before you hit burnout. Um, this is hard because everyone's going to be different. So if you are feeling like you need some support on being dysregulated and you feel like you are becoming burnout, I highly recommend that you download that Calm Mum Blueprint, fill it out, and then book in a connection call so we can go through that together. So nervous system understanding and regulation, moving from overwhelm to grounded and clarity on your needs. And then I feel like I already said that. I already said all of this. Okay, so let's go to here. So after years of supporting me, my journey and what I do for me, and what is it? I'm sure I said this already. I said that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so release the pressure to be everything for everyone, moving from overwhelmed to grounded. So release the unrealistic expectations, untangle yourself from them. I think before I had this cord and I was like, so literally, like this is the unrealistic expectations and you're in a knot, right? Literally, slowly have conversations with people so you're untangling these expectations. And I will guarantee that they will probably feel much better when you make the decisions. Because we live in a world where decision making is seemed wrong, whatever. So release that guilt, release the conflict, and surrender. So if someone comes to me and they're having dramas with their partner, if it's a heterosexual relationship, I will say, are they having the chance to lead? So when you surrender as a mom and let the man lead, you are actually able to be the flowy, grounded person that you are wanting to be, but you have to release and surrender. And that is often hard to explain in a workshop like this. We often need to have a call. Create confidence in setting boundaries and honoring them. So let's talk about Christmas Day because we're talking about Christmas. I have said to family and friends, we will definitely see you, but it will not be on Christmas Day. My preteens have asked in their Christmas wish list, which I did have here, but I've packed it up. Please, can we have a home day so we can enjoy our things, we can do what we want to do, and we don't have to stress out about going other places. So I have said to family, hey, our children have asked if they can stay home in their safe place for this one day of the year. You're welcome to come to us, but we will not be leaving the house. This gives us the opportunity to relax, maybe have a few drinks, make a mess, do whatever we want to do, and we can actually move forward. We create simple conversation scripts that we have with people. We have a conversation, my partner and I together, to have these conversations without the other person feeling like they're being attacked. When I first started boundary setting, I attacked so many people and so many people got triggered by me. It was ridiculous. So I'm here to say to you, you don't have to do that. We really want to actually have soft boundaries and create more space for you with your boundaries rather than feeling like you're having to attack everybody in order to keep yourself safe, which is why you don't want to set the boundaries in the beginning, right? Okay, so you got the Calm Mum Blueprint, you fill that out, you book a call with me, no obligation call. But what I can offer you is this. Right, so here right now, so remember the Calm Mom Blueprint is going to evolve. You have to give it time. It's not going to be today and then you'll be regulated tomorrow. I'm sorry, life doesn't work like that. I wish it did. I really do wish it did. Elise, can you just write in the chat how much longer I have, please? Okay, so the blueprint, you want to rate yourself in this blueprint to the best of your ability. And then that way you can actually see where you need work and where you don't. And then you can actually stack the things that you need to do together and create your calendar. That's why I love it so much, because it has all of the things. So if you are watching the replay and would love the blueprint, I highly recommend booking a free call and we can go over your blueprint. And thanks, Elise. Thank you. And we can literally go through the blueprint and work out where you're at and where you'd like to be, and we can work backwards from there. Some more testimonials. This mum said, I can clearly see how I need to spend my time for me. Mel allowed me to see I do need to care for me. Okay, it's okay. All right, so the Calm Mum Blueprint, this workshop, everything that I do comes from this beautiful method here. This method is, the goal is to reconnect to yourself, to your intuition, and to your family. And to do this, we do this through the blueprint, this workshop, anything free that I have, and then a free call, and then the 12-week Healing Hearts journey is going to support all 4 of these pillars. So we want to reclaim, this is a bit of an identity shift where we remember who we truly are and we reclaim ourselves back. If we never had ourselves, so to speak, fully to begin with, then we just find ourselves where we are, right? And then we rebuild, we create supportive rhythms, which is what the blueprint is already starting to do for us. And then we reignite, we're cultivating joy and presence. Now, there's surrender work, there's inner child work, there's intuition work, all in here, trauma work, mindset coaching work that I don't talk about, but that's all in here to do all 3 of these things and to reconnect. Does that make sense? Yeah. And the goal is to have all the tools to support yourself, to connect to yourself in a way that aligns with your values, your intuition, and supports those around you. And I also don't want to be the coach that says, you have to work with me forever. No, I'm not the person that wants to work with one coach forever. I want you to work with me for 12 weeks, get the support you need in that 12 weeks, and then maybe in 12 weeks' time, you have one call. Does that make sense? Like, I just want everybody to have the tools and tips and tricks that I wish I had on this journey. And I want to be able to support you with the things that I've learned along the way as quickly and as supportive as possible. Some more testimonials. I can clearly see how I need to spend my time for me, and Mel allowed me to see I do need to care for me. Isn't it crazy that we live in a world where caring for ourselves as mums is like wild? I don't know why it keeps me that. Anyway, we utilize the 3 steps to gain the connection to self, to others, and your intuition, and we support you in a way that allows you to move away from what you've been doing to be able to support yourself with joy and presence. I loved this testimonial. She was having trouble connecting to her partner. She literally spent like an hour. She looked after herself, walked a dog, moisturized, did a card pull, journaled, had a big cry, face mask, and did her hair. And then he came home, he hugged her from behind and said that she looked beautiful. And then there were some naughty things that happened after that. But what I want to cut that bit out. But what I want to say to you is that this is possible for you if you actually care for you and put the things into place to support you. Some more testimonials. Learning so much about myself and learning about my body and how making small changes or even making small things can make it less overwhelming. Sorry that there's a typo there. Mel allowed me to see I do need to care for me. Now you've learned. Nervous system understanding and regulation, moving from overwhelmed to grounded and gaining clarity on your needs, boundary setting, confidence building. You've got the blueprint, you're sorting out the blueprint for yourself. And overall, that in order to reconnect with yourself beyond motherhood, set healthy boundaries, live guilt-free with clarity and a sense of calm. one-on-one support is going to be something you need because you're probably going to go in circles and not see your blind spots if you don't have support. So if you're thinking, this won't work for me, I don't have time, I'm like the time blocker queen, and I get how hard it is to find time. Time is so valuable. We want to be with our children, but we also want to be present with our children, not just like with our children for the sake of it, right? So if you're thinking this will not work for me, I have far too much going on. I used to think this too. I had too much, and even the therapist would not understand. Believe me when I say I've dealt with majority of things now, probably even in my own family. And if it's too much for me, I actually have resources and supports who can support me and you to move through it together. I actually supported one mum with the mainstream medical world. I actually said to her, I think that we'll go backwards and you can go and get a mental health care plan, and then you can come back to me once you have had a few sessions from them, because they were just so out of alignment with themselves that they were really struggling, really in the victim mindset. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know that I'm not a coach for everybody. I do understand that there are times when other people can support you. I've tried it before. Nobody cares what I'm going through. I can literally shift your mindset around this. So if this is what you're thinking, I highly recommend that you book a call with me, and we can definitely make you feel loved and cared for, and I can support you. Another thing that you could be thinking is everything is too hard. I totally understand that to you. So am I speaking to you? If you want to change, you don't want to feel alone, you don't want to feel guilty, overwhelmed, and frustrated anymore, and being the best version of you for everyone around you is what you want. That's why you showed up today. And you're really here because, excuse me, you're wanting to feel like you again, or for the first time. You want to enjoy the Christmas period of time without all of the hards. You want joy, space, and understanding, presence, play, and feeling proud. And if you're ready to shift your whole entire world, because you're over trying to seek generic support that guides rather than personalizes and actually moves the process along, I find that a lot of therapists are very generic. And it has its time and place, but I honestly believe that having a personalized plan has done so much more for me. So I'm introducing the Healing Hearts Journey, the 12-week one-on-one program. And why do you need this? In 12 weeks, you'll feel more confident. That's the identity reconnect pillar. In 12 weeks, you'll feel more grounded in yourself. That's that, like, caring for you, utilizing that blueprint, doing all of those things. In 12 weeks, you feel more fulfilled in yourself. You'll feel like you have more purpose. In 12 weeks, you feel more connected to yourself, your intuition, and others around you. And you'll have the tools to keep coming back to with those things. This is another client review. After struggling to find my place in the parenting world without losing myself in the process, I love the weekly calls. They're now fortnightly. We can do like some weekly, but they are now fortnightly, and got so much out of being able to talk so openly without judgment and learning so much about myself, learning about my body, how making simple changes or doing simple things can make things less overwhelming, learning about her body in relation to nervous system regulation and how the body works with emotions is what she's referring to. You're emotionally exhausted, overwhelmed, guilty, and struggling with making decisions. I used to be the most indecisive person. You're emotionally exhausted, feeling guilty and frustrated with all of these things. You're struggling to connect with who you are. You're struggling to feel joyful and present. And are you ready to be the opposite? Oh, yeah. Okay, so hiring someone to do this would cost you unlimited amounts of money and often not personalized to you, and a lifetime of supporting yourself only to fail often. So working with me one-on-one would usually cost you $2,700. Your price for the next 72 hours, if you mentioned that you listened to the workshop and watched it and loved it, is $2,000. So you get $700 off. And I'm also willing to do payment plans. So what's included in the offer? You get 6 one-on-one private coaching calls, so a fortnightly call, personalized self-love and nervous system reset plan, Voxer support between sessions. That's just a different kind of message system like Messenger, only on a different app so that we can have it separated from Messenger. The self-reclaim mum workbook, self-reflection and reconnection exercises, a weekly integration practice, and journal prompts tailored to each phase of the journey. If you pay in full, you will get a Calm Kit essential oil bundle included, and the payment plans will be much less than that because of the discount already. So it'll be like $500 per month for 4 months. We can talk about that though if that's what you want to do. So if you are ready, I highly recommend that you pick up your phone and give me a message on to Mel Marie Stapleton on any platform, and we can book a call and we can coach you through what you're going through, and I can explain further how we can make it work for you. Gift yourself the gift of support for yourself for Christmas. The link for the free call will be in the email that you will receive this afternoon in the free group, and it will be available for you at any time. Can't afford it now. I totally understand. Book a call and we can begin in January or even late January, early February. I hope that you have enjoyed this workshop, and it will be on my podcast. So if you loved the podcast, please reach out to me. If you loved the YouTube clip, please reach out to me, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.